Hi, I'm Dan Reynish, and I love my apartment. It has a great view, lots of cool stuff, so many books to read, and more movies than I'll ever have time to watch. I live here, I work here, I love it here. But the world has so many incredible places to see, things to do, and people to meet. So occasionally I do go out, and today was one of those days. Yes, I went out today. Come with me. For as long as I can remember, I've loved listening to music. As far back as I can remember, I listened to music. My mother even tells a story about how when I came home from the hospital as a baby, I wouldn't go to sleep until they put music on. I loved music then. I love music now. I listen to music all the time, every day. But when I was a kid and we had albums, I used to pore over every word, every number, every bit of information that came on those 12 by 12 inch album package and graphics. And it seemed for a while that each and every album I looked at were all recorded in the same place. All of them were recorded in Canada at a place called Le Studio in Morin-Heights, Quebec. With all of these amazing albums made in Canada, in Quebec, at Morin-Heights, I always wanted to visit Le Studio. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to be there while it was open. I never got to hang out with Rush, or David Bowie, or Bryan Adams, or Keith Richards, or Sting. I never got to hang out with anybody while the studio was open. But on June 15th, 2015, 13 years after it had stopped being a recording studio, I did finally get a chance to visit Le Studio. It was so amazing to finally be here. Now, as you can see, the studio wasn't in the greatest shape on the day that I was there visiting. Too many people had come in and decided that busting the place up would be how they would respond to the legacy of the studio and the people that had been there. Punching holes in the wall. But I'm glad the isolation booth was as it was. But the main thing I wanted to see, not the garbage. That was where the console was, the tape room. The main thing I wanted to see was the recording floor by the window, where Neil Peart had done the drums for Tom Sawyer, where David Bowie had played the bongos. The Le Studio sign was gone, but that's where it used to hang on the wall, that beautiful neon sign, out that beautiful window looking out to Lake Perry. And that floor, that's what I wanted to see, regardless of how broken the studio was. Regardless of how old it was. I stood there in the silence and I heard the music that day. So glad I had a chance to go. So glad. On August 11th, 2017, fire destroyed the legendary Le Studio. It hadn't really been a studio for years. It was just a building. But in this building, so many classic pieces of music were recorded. So many great songs were written. So many tremendous performances were recorded. It's gone. But Le Studio will never be forgotten. Vive Le Studio! And thanks for all the members.